So hello guys, so in this video we're going to be tackling a clay beginner tutorial where we are going to be exploring features such as filters, merging columns, and also using clay AI to enrich our data. So right here I have our sample data. So it's not a lot since we are going to be using the clay free plan. So any beginner can start with this and explore the platform. So this is my sample data. So this is what we are going to be doing today, as you can see. So our end goal is to create a branded congratulations image for our leads. These are our leads right here. So first, download this Google Sheet as a CSV. So of course that is easy. Head over to download as a comma separated values. I've already downloaded it. So what I'm going to do, what you want to do is head over to, you need to import the CSV into our clay table as a source. What you want to do is head over to import CSV. I'm going to drag it over here like this. First row contains column name. This is true. Let's start with a new blank table. So this is our data, as you can see here. So what's the next step? We need to get rid of duplicates in our clay table. Amazon, OpenAI. So we have to dedupe this. So if we try to use this column and we hit on dedupe, you can see we only get one. So this might not be the most efficient column to use to dedupe our data. So we need to use the domain column, and when we hit dedupe, you can see this gives us a more accurate output, since this was not there before. So we want is to dedupe this, delete, yes, confirm, and as you can see our data is more cleaner. There are no duplicate leads. Next, determine which leads are not in the technology industry. So we need to use an AI formula for this. This is actually a free function, so we don't have to worry much about that. So let's use formula. Let's see. Only return. Okay. Non-tech industries. Only return the non-tech industries. That's true. So as you can see, this is our output. This is a non-tech, so it's true. This is tech, so it's false. Let's click on save. Let's rename this for better. Rename is non-tech. We need to save. I always enter. It's non-tech. So this is the non-tech. What else? What's the next step? We need to find recent news published in the last month for those leads. So for that, to add column, then read company news. What we are going to do, we are going to get rid of intelligence and only use predict leads and Google News. So we need to do more configuration on this. Domain, yes, what we have the domain. We need to adjust the date. So let's do a month. So we are in May right now, so I'm going to do April. So that's what 0401. Today it's 2026 dash 05 dash 2012. I think that's better. You need also to do this for Google. Date filter, past month. So we are also going to add a run condition, since first we are enriching our non-tech company, so only run where the is non-tech is true. Let's generate that. So you can see that's the output. We run, that's what we want. So let's save this. So let's hope it doesn't take a long time. So the waterfall is complete and these are our results. So what I'm planning is let me show you what it looks like. So these are all news and they are presented according to the date. So what we want is the summary, and I'm thinking it's imperative that we go with the latest. May 1st, see this, let me show you. This should probably be last month. See 04, this is for April. So there's a lot of news, so let's go with the first result. Summary 1. Yeah, that's better. For the ones, you see, this is why we use the waterfall, because as you can see in this instance, for upfront diagnostics, the news was not found on this first provider, so but Google News has it. So let's see what that looks like. this is it. So I guess here let's use this summary so that our data can be cleaner and we can ensure uniformity. So this is our news. Some don't have, of course not all will have news as expected, but this is a good start. So we can merge the summary and description. Let's see if I can find the description for this. Let's call this description. What the news is about. Let's create it as a new column. Let's see if we can get the same for Google News. Yeah, I guess this you can call this the summary too. Let's minimize that. Our next task, we need to merge the description and summaries into one column. So this is our description. I've renamed these to news description and news summary. So for that, let's click on add column. Here we are going to use the merge columns function. We are going to use AI for this. Merge the slash news description and the news summary, and for the let's see where the non-take is true. So as you can see, this is what we want. We want to take all this news and merge it into one column. Let's save. So this is our new data. We're only first dealing with the non-tech industries first. So this is our summary. So since now we have enriched our non-tech leads, let's now start working on the tech leads. So I'm thinking, let's simplify our table. Let's apply a filter, and I'm going to, it's not checked, so that our table can be a little bit cleaner. So for this, what we are going to do is use Clegent so that we can see how that will work in this case. use this AI web researcher. So for this I already have the prompt. So I've decided to use AI function instead of agent. I think this is giving us a better prompt and output, better than the agent, and it's cheaper. So let's save. So that took a while, like 5 minutes. I don't know why it was so slow, but this is what we got. All the data that we asked for. We asked for the news, the source, and the date. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's looking better. So for our next point on number 8, we need to create a unified column. So I've used the generate formula function in Clay, and I've said use the all news. This was for our non-tech industry, and the recent tech news to create a unified column of all the news. And as you can see, Beeland, Anthropic, this is what we want. So this is correct. So what we want to do is click on save. So as you can see, our table is getting cleaner. Our next point is to classify our news summaries as either a product launch, an expansion, or something else. So for that I have the prompt right here. So I've already copied it here, as you can see, using AI. If I head over to generate, and you can see I've taken the industry news and told it to classify either as a product launch, an expansion. If it's neither, it should be output something else. Of course I've hit on generate, and this is the prompt it's come up with. Also make sure you use a cheaper model. GPT 5.4 nano is more than enough, and you can see our cost is really good. So now I'm going to run this. Let's see the output that we get. So this is what we got. This is, as you can see, that model was more than enough. This is what it's gotten. So then we can proceed to create our congratulations message, and I think we can create for all the companies, even for the tech and the non-tech. Can create for all our leads. So let's see how that would look like. Of course we're going to use AI. So let's now craft the congratulatory message. For this I have a prompt. Let's copy from here. This is an example. say output is format. Let's remove the hard-coded values, company name, on your recent, industry news category. Category. Let's see what the AI comes up with. We'll also use a cheaper model. See if we can use a cheaper model, because that's not really a hard task. Let's configure. I think this is more than enough. So let's save and run the 10 rows. I guess we could have skipped these three. Let's see what it comes up with. Guess this will work for now, since others have failed, but I think we should skip this because they were not either expansion or a product launch, it was market competition. We can't congratulate them on product recall or market competition, so that was really good on classifying the news. This was a good step. So let's go ahead and create of course our mission for today was to create a branded congratulations image for our leads. So I'm thinking, of course, we'll only be able to handle for these three. Those that look like they are the ones that meet our criteria for. So of course we're going to use AI. I've also come up with a prompt. Going to copy this, paste this. Also, we're going to replace our values. Let's give it enough context. let's see what the AI comes up with. So for this we'll have to run this manually. So after waiting, this is what I was able to get. So as you can see, congratulations Lego. Upfront diagnostic. I really like this one. That was really nice. And of course dryer. So those were the only ones that were making sense. So yeah, that's how we was able to carry out this task, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So thanks, see you on the next one.